All right, there we are. We better now. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you. We'll see. We'll see. I got the little baby upstairs. She already complaining. She hungry. She ain't hungry. She just wanna pester me. So we got the little baby upstairs. So I'm not gonna be too long. I hope everybody's doing great. Sorry about the false start, but I'm here now and everything is going good. Let's get right to it. Carolyn Smith, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Got Dina Johnson in the house. Hold on. Come on. This ain't the computer messing up. This is just me not putting stuff where it needs to be. Dina Johnson in the house. Wait a minute. Hold on. Lewis Talbert is first, right out the gate. Lewis Talbert, good afternoon. Carolyn Smith, good afternoon. Carolyn Smith. Erica Hummins in the house, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Dina Johnson says one more time, good afternoon, King, and the Afternoon Experiment family. She's representing Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. Then Carolyn Smith said first, but sorry, you weren't first. Sierra Brooks in the house. Say what up, y'all. Checking in from Boston. So we got Boston in the house. Butler Brown in the house, representing Cartersville, Georgia. Good afternoon, Butler Brown. I ain't seen you in a minute. Thank you for, stopping by to check on us. Regina Denson Griffin out there representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Andrea Bussell representing Gulf Manor. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Fame says hi, guys. Etzel coming to say hi from the border of Beavis and Gross Beezy. Good afternoon. Jerica Van in the house. She says first. She's not first, but good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. She never tells us where she's checking us out from, but I'm pretty sure she like up in Dayton or something like that. Springfield, where they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Yeah, somewhere up that way. Good afternoon. Terry Anderson in the house representing downtown. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Dwayne Larkin out there in Mount Airy. Good afternoon, Dwayne. Appreciate you. Edward Bentley. Edward says, what's up, E? What's up? What's up, E? Thank you. Sierra says, twin is to blame for your computer issues. He was supposed to buy me a new one. And he owed me $1,000. So I'm never going to get that computer or that $1,000. It is what it is. Let's see. Hold on a second. That's better. Jerica says, hola mi familia. I like this look a lot better than your AI profile picture. That is not AI. The profile picture is me. I saw you were asking how long ago was that taken. If I'm guessing, probably 6-7 years ago, maybe. If that long, it might have been like 5 to 7 years ago. I have to I have to take some new shots. Troy Scott, say what up, y'all. Checking in from Pensacola, Florida. All right, Pensacola in the house. Troy Scott, appreciate you. Rick Owens, representing Coleraine. Good afternoon, Rick. Good afternoon. Ken says he's representing Cincinnati but living in Virginia. So we all know. Myosha, talking about everybody ain't got to tell you their location. You don't have to, but it helps the algorithm. It don't help the algorithm. Ain't no algorithm. But I just like to know. I like to know. Yeah, you ain't told us where you was checking in from in a minute. But I ain't going to sweat you because, you will boycott me again. So Myosha in the house, good afternoon, Myosha. And good afternoon, Ken. I didn't say good afternoon to Ken. Shahira in the house. She says, good Monday. And she's representing Bond Hill. She says, nice sweatshirt. Thank you. It's not actually a sweatshirt. It's more of a T-shirt just with a hood on it. But I like it. Thank you. I'm sorry, because Mary would get on me, and Mary would be like, just say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But good afternoon, Shahira. Yo Underwood says good afternoon. He's representing Nikki Carter's crib. He got her cooking steak and eggs. All right. Well, good afternoon to you and Nikki. Did you ever get the screen fixed on your MacBook? Yeah. I got that fixed for free. I'm sorry, I thought I told y'all that story. My MacBook had the screen broke, and I took it into the store, and they told me it was going to be some ungodly amount to fix. But I have Apple Care, and then so they told me it was going to be some high amount to fix. But he told me to turn it on. He said he didn't see any damage. The screen wasn't cracked or anything like that. He said, so they're just going to replace it for free. So they had my MacBook for a few days, almost a week. And when they gave it back to me, they had replaced the whole top portion of the thing, the portion that contains the screen. And that was it. They fixed it for free. So, yeah. So I thought I told y'all that. My bad. Pamela Kinney says, good afternoon. She's representing North Avondale. Good afternoon. DeAndre Crosby says first, and Ola. All right. Ola to you too. Sierra, you mean. Let's see. David Herring says, good afternoon, little baby. She upstairs. And afternoon, Experiment family. Checking in from Montgomery County. All right, Montgomery County in the house. Myosha says, I'll help the algorithm. She's representing Avondale, thank you. Tierra says, hey, y'all. E-Man, I went on a date this weekend. Asked me how tall he was. Because she doesn't like short men. She thinks they're trash. And I agree with her. Short men are straight trash, and nobody should date a short man. But how tall was this guy that you went on a date with, Tierra? And good afternoon, by the way. Brenda Early representing Fairfield. Good afternoon, Brenda. I appreciate you, checking us out. Let's see. Linda Evans in the house. She says Pleasant Ridge here. All right. Pleasant Ridge in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Linda. Appreciate you. Al Johnson representing Middletown. All right. Al in the house. And Middletown in the house. Ain't been up there in a minute. Ain't been up in Middletown in a minute. I just thinking of the Middletown Middies. And I think their colors are purple and black, or purple and white and black, or something like that. I know it's some purple in it, because y'all know purple is my favorite color. But Al, good afternoon. Nat Turner in the house. He's representing Walnut Hills. Candy D, representing Coleraine Township. Good afternoon, Candy D. And again, I'm sorry that if I say it like that. I can't help it. I don't know why. Something about that name makes me say it like that. But good afternoon, Candy D in the house. Tierra Powell said, I've never said I don't like short men, but he is 6'5". Oh, so he, being so far from short, he might get the draws. Because he's tall. And that makes sense. Let's see. Pat Rogers in the house representing East Westwood. Good afternoon. Twin in the house. He's representing College Hill. All right. Good afternoon. Janice Evans representing Mainville. I saw Mainville and just Madisonville. I'm sorry, Mainville. in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And let's see. Lewis Johnson, CK says he's representing heaven. You're not calling from heaven, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. So good afternoon to everyone. I'm glad to see y'all here. Now I made a few changes to my setup. A few changes to my setup. Actually, I need to fix this, but it's okay. It don't look too bad. So yeah, now I can kind of look at the screen. See, right now I'm looking at the screen, but it might seem like this is me looking at the camera. This is me looking at the screen. So it's closer. Again, I had to make some changes because, when you're interviewing, you don't want to be talking to people looking this way. So I had to make some changes. But other than, when I shut down the computer, I got rid of all of my stories that I had up here. Anyway, they've got LaDonna says you forgot me. I didn't say you, LaDonna. Hold on, that's shame on me. LaDonna in the house. I didn't see your hello, so I apologize. Hold on, let me look back. Let me find your hello. Did you tell me where you was represent? Let me go back and look. LaDonna said, yeah, East Price Hill in the house. Okay. I'm sorry, LaDonna, for skipping over you. I apologize. Special K, any day, says nice setup. Thank you. So here in the city of Cincinnati, Tria in the house, representing Avondale. So now, we got double class because Dina has been coming classy like Tria, and, Dina is an angel. So we got double class and an angel in the house. You can't beat that. Okay, let's see. What was I about to talk about? Y'all know y'all make me forget. The police chief. The police chief. I feel like this is going to be an entire ordeal. I'm going to tell you, if I'm the police chief and I'm in this position, I just sit back and chill. I would have hired an attorney, I guess. But other than that, I'll just sit back and chill and let it be whatever it's going to be. I'm not resigning, so y'all going to have to fire me. Y'all going to have to fire me, find some cause, which, we don't know. They might have cause. They're bringing in someone to do an investigation to figure that part out. So they might have cause. So, we'll see what happens. But, again, I'm not all on the chief bandwagon, they doing something bad to the chief or any of that kind of stuff. It is what it is. It is what it is. She gonna get paid is the bottom line. She gonna get paid a nice check. When you run around here making what's she making $200-something thousand a year? You have to assume, I'm not even gonna say it. I was about to say something. I changed my mind. But yeah, she gonna get a nice check. The question is, this interim chief, are they gonna make this interim chief the chief? Or are they gonna go out and search for another chief? That's the question. And I don't remember with issue 5, do they have to go out and search for another? Like, do they have to open it up to the a nationwide search, or can they just say, you know what, we just hiring this dude? I don't remember which one it is. I don't remember if they have to, but for real, I'm almost at this point. I say almost because I'm not 100% there, but I'm almost at this point. It don't matter who the chief is. It don't matter. We done had white men. We done had black men. We done had white women. None of them was like really amazing for black people. If you are sitting back thinking, oh, we need a police chief with a plan to combat all the crime. It don't matter what the plan is. It don't matter what the plan is. Crime is crime. Crime is crime. Crime gonna happen. Somebody somewhere gonna pull out a gun and shoot somebody. It's sad, but it's true. Nothing that the police chief is gonna do is gonna stop that. No police chief that we're gonna have is gonna stop people from shooting people who they want to shoot. And this thing keep distracting me. I'm sorry. Nothing is gonna happen to stop that. Timothy said, I think with the agreement, it has to be nationwide. And yeah, I don't really remember, but yeah, I think it has to be. But I mean, eventually they can do whatever they want to do. They can do whatever they want to do. So, I mean, it is what it is. Twin asks, on one hand, it's a good question. On another hand, it's a terrible question. Twin says, what's wrong with y'all leaders in Cincinnati? What are you talking about exactly? And what do you, here's one thing that I know, that a lot of people don't know what the leaders, quotation marks, I think Myosha's favorite, air quotes, the leaders are there for. For real, if you expecting city council and those guys like to have a solution to crime, you don't know what the leaders are there for. You don't. Tierra says crime is going to happen, but to not have any strategic safety plan is why the city doesn't get any results. Now, look, I'm going to be honest, because I try to always be honest. I'm not a cop. I'm not some person who studies crime and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not. But I'll be honest. When I go downtown, I don't see problems. Okay, let me correct that just a little bit. I see things happening all the time that shouldn't happen. I see people acting out of control or, just normal run-of-the-mill stuff going on. When I say I don't have a problem, I don't feel unsafe. I've not been downtown and felt unsafe. I haven't experienced it. Now, maybe, I'm down there at the times when I would imagine if I'm on the square and people start shooting, I would feel unsafe. But when I'm walking around doing whatever it is I'm doing in the city of Cincinnati, it is very rare that I feel unsafe. So I'm not sure what people are looking for. Again, like I said, I agree with Tierra. You're never going to stop crime. But safety, and this is a question, Tierra. A strategic safety plan, like what? Like, give me an example of what might, and I know people pick it apart, but what might be a strategic safety plan? Putting SWAT team on the square, maybe. I'm not saying that you're saying that, but I don't feel unsafe in my neighborhood, Avondale. I don't feel unsafe. I don't feel unsafe when I go visit friends or, especially when I go downtown. I don't feel unsafe. So I don't know what everybody is afraid of and worried about. For real, my biggest concern when I'm out in the neighborhood and all that kind of stuff, and if I'm being completely honest, it's not a huge concern as of late. But my biggest concern is I don't want to be messed with by the police. And I have to admit, it hasn't happened in quite a while. I haven't had negative interactions with law enforcement. And, I haven't had negative interactions with citizens. Maybe, I'm just the lucky guy. But I'm not seeing, when you see people shooting downtown, but again, I think we all agree. If you disagree with me on this, please, raise your hand. I think we all agree shooting on the square or, whatever, that's bad. But we're not going to stop that stuff from happening. No city leader, police chief, it's not Law and Public Safety Committee chair anymore. I don't remember. Safety chair, whatever, is going to stop that from happening. Now, if you disagree with me on that, raise your hand and let me know why. But I just... Twin says, don't correct me, E-Man. You didn't check Unk. Trust me, I got plans for that. Trust me. And I don't even want to get into it. But I got plans for that. But hold on, let me pause right here. But here's what I will say about that. I think it is important for men to step in when men do things that men shouldn't do. And for that, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Twin. For that, you got to give him credit. And somebody was like, oh, he's trying to be messy. But no, I think it's important if you tell me that a man is doing something that's out of pocket, it's important for me to say, if I know that man, bro, that was out of line. And so for that, I respect that. I respect that, he wasn't afraid to share his thoughts on the matter, and he didn't go deeper or anything like that, but he just let it be known that was out of line. I think that's the least that a man could do. And I think if we did that more, just about anything. If you got a friend who put his hands on his wife, and you like, I don't get involved in people's personal, you're also out of line. I think you should say, like, bro, you out of line putting your hands on that woman. Yeah, but you don't know what she do when it don't matter what she do. If what she doing is so severe that you got to put your hands on her, you need to get away from her. But there are a lot of men. I remember we had this whole conversation once, not us, but I was with a group of men. It was a men's group. I was with a group of men, and they asked the question, like, if you found out that your friend was cheating on his wife, would you still, hang out and kick it with him, even if you knew that he was using you hanging out and kicking with him as kind of his alibi? And the majority of the men in the group was like, well, yeah, because that ain't my business. And I was like, no. First I would let him know he was wrong. And if he kept doing it, we can't kick it. And you're completely out of line for using me as an alibi for what you're doing. But the majority of the men in the group, they were like, oh, that ain't my business. What you do in his marriage ain't my business. And if, as men can't call men out when they doing unmanly stuff. That might be a part of why we are where we are. So that's pretty much it about that. Nat says they flood the streets with guns, automate jobs, cut education, then wonder why violent crime levels are elevated. All right. Ken says, Emanuel, could it be that we as blacks, I'm hesitating now, I haven't read any further, but anytime I see we as blacks, I get, but maybe I don't want to jump the gun, so let me see. Emanuel, could it be that we as blacks have seen and been around so much dysfunctional behavior that has become normalized for us, and that's why you don't see or feel unsafe downtown? No. First, I reject the idea that we as blacks have been around any more dysfunctional behavior than whites. White people have as much dysfunction in their families and all that kind of stuff as we do. Secondly, even if I just buy your premise that, maybe I've just been around so much dysfunction that I'm used to it. No. What I'm telling you is that when I go downtown, I typically just see people minding their own business. Again, sure, somebody might be a little louder than I would like them to be, but they ain't hurt nobody talking loud. They're not doing anything wrong talking loud. Again, I'm not making an excuse for if you run around shooting people on the square. I'm not saying that's normal behavior. But again, you have to ask, because people like to use these extreme examples as if they are the norm. I've been on Fountain Square, I don't know how many times in my life, and I don't know how many times this year. And not one time did I see anybody shoot anybody. Again, I saw some loud people, and they wasn't all black. So I saw some loud people, I saw some rowdy people, and they wasn't all black. I saw some drunk people, and they wasn't all black. But I didn't feel unsafe. I didn't feel like, my life was in danger or, would I say they disturbed my peace? I could say it wasn't pleasant necessarily being around them, but you're out in the town square, your peace gonna be disturbed. So, no. Just because a rough looking, I'm doing a lot of air quotes, just because a rough looking guy walks by me, don't mean I should feel unsafe. Oh, he look rough. Oh, I'm unsafe. No, that's not, I don't operate like that. I haven't felt unsafe downtown. Now look, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily go into, the majority of areas where I might feel unsafe. When I go downtown, I'm going downtown, I have a purpose. I'm going to a sporting event, like I went to the hockey game on Friday. Nothing out of the ordinary. I didn't feel unsafe. None of that kind of stuff. I might go down on the square because I have friends who perform and, I go down there to check them out and support them and all of that kind of stuff. Nothing unsafe. Go walking on the river or something like that. Not now, it's too cold for that, for me. But, I might go walking on the river or something like that. Hey, Nothing happened made me feel unsafe. I'm not going in none of the boarded up buildings, trying to deal with people who might be kicking it in a boarded up building. I might feel unsafe then. Like, yeah, this is what they talking about. Ooh, boy, I feel unsafe. But yes, it was $1 hot dog, $3 hamburgers. I got a couple hamburgers. You can't beat a good hamburger. Andrew says, I'm downtown during the day a few days a week, and I've gone in the evening and the weekend and never felt not safe. LaDonna says the city is a hot mess. Tierra did answer my question. I'm sorry, I'm just now getting to it. She says the first thing they need to do is enhance the communication between CPD and the courts. It's a revolving door. But I think this particular issue will be exposed once the chief starts to talk. Okay, let me ask this. And I'm not in the court system. So this is a question. Are they doing things illegally in the courts? Because I know people are like, oh, but that dude that did that shooting, he was out on a bond from a gun charge previously. Okay. And I hear that. I hear that. But should he not have been out? Like, I don't know that this is they're misusing the courts. This is this is the way our justice system works type of thing. And I'm asking, that didn't sound like a question, but I mean it as a question. So, I guess I'm kind of doing Jeopardy in that I'm asking my questions in the form of a statement as opposed to making statements in the form of a question, or reverse Jeopardy, I guess that would be. I'm sorry, I read Brent's comment. You ain't got no sense. But yeah, if the court system allows for the man to be out on bond, how do we blame the court system for the man being out on bond? And I don't want Cincinnati police determining whether somebody can get out on bond. I don't want Cincinnati police doing that. Unlike some of y'all, I don't trust the police because they're police. Like some of y'all, it's the police. They would never do anything wrong. They're honorable. They're the good guys. It's the police. My thinking is it's the police. They people just like anybody else. They're prone to screwing somebody over just because they feel like it. Just like anybody else. So I'm asking, do we want a system where, okay, you're accused, not convicted of a gun crime, so you gotta stay in jail no matter what? Do we want that as a system? I understand y'all like, oh man, all of these people out here and they'd already been picked up on charges. I'm pausing because I want you to focus on the word charges. It's the dryer. I want y'all to focus on the word charges. Charges are not convictions. So because he has a previous charge, he shouldn't be out there on the streets. I mean, as the courts, I imagine they have this delicate balance, right? The rights of the people and the safety of the people. Look, if I get charged with something, I don't want to have to be in jail because y'all know trials, it can take a long time for a case to go to trial. So now I got to just sit in jail? Is that what we're asking? LaDonna, she's talking about twins. She says he was dead A wrong. It was none of his business to say anything. I don't agree. I don't agree. Um, Jack want to know how long I've been on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get up to the Shahira want to know what's the beeping in the background. Again, I'm in my basement, which is multi-purpose. So this area is where I do the show. And of course, there's a computer right here. So I do a lot of editing and recording and all that kind of stuff. Could show you right here is my recording booth, self-made recording booth. Right behind me is a dark room. On the other side of the recording booth is the least used area of the basement. That's my gym. Or, I got a treadmill, I got an elliptical, I got a stationary bike, and I got one of those universal machines. And of course, I got a couple benches and a lot of free weights. The least used portion of the basement. Back here is my screen printing studio where I have my, all my inks and different additives and all that kind of stuff. My screen printing press, my dryer, flash dryer, and all that kind of stuff. Over there, just past the weight room, exercise room that very rarely gets used. That's my mixing station. It's where I mix my inks and all that kind of stuff. And then off to the side in the back here, it's a washer and dryer. And, sometimes Mrs. Livingston starts doing laundry right before I start the show. So you'll hear some beeping, maybe the washing machine is done, maybe the dryer just finished. And she's got it on the wrinkle-free setting. So every couple of minutes, it starts beeping. And then the dryer kicks back on for a few minutes to keep the clothes from being wrinkled. Then, just on the other side of that, there's the bathroom, and right off to on the other side of the bathroom, that's where I have my washout booth and all of that kind of stuff for my screen printing stuff. She asked what the beeping wasn't, but I like to, let people know what's going on so you can picture it. Now, I know all of that stuff makes it sound like it's huge. It's not that big. Everything is kind of cramped together. Yes, I went to a hockey game. Tria say, so who are all the people that are feeling unsafe? Apparently, there's a lot of people that are feeling unsafe. A lot of people feel unsafe. You see it in the news. Now, some of it is hype. Some of it is hype. It's politics. Some of it is racism. Oh, the scary black people downtown. But apparently you have some people who feel unsafe when they go downtown. I'm uncomfortable, Brent, with you asking me about my lips. That makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Uh, oh, hold on a second. Mike Ballard, good afternoon. I'm sorry, I'm kind of trying to go through. I'm way behind on comments, so I'm trying to see if there's anything that I should pick up on. Let me see. You have a lot of workout equipment, Emanuel. How much for a monthly membership to your gym? The truth of the matter is a lot of my workout equipment over here. And I have to, because I have an office upstairs as well. And Mrs. Livingston just cleaned it out. So it's a lot of stuff that I can't find because, she does a good job of cleaning and she puts stuff away. But so down here on some of this equipment, I have, different shirts and sweatshirts and different things that I use for screen printing. I need to clean and put that stuff up in the office. I don't need to clean the shirts and stuff. I just mean I need to clean that area out, put that stuff upstairs in the office. And that's the excuse that I'm using for today for why I don't use the exercise equipment. But when I do clean it up, which will be soon, by the end of this week, hopefully, I'm going to start working out again. Okay. Sierra says, a photography darkroom? Do you process film and make prints? I do not process film and make prints, but in the screen printing process, I use the darkroom. It's where I where I store my, photo sensitive, my light sensitive. Once you coat the screens, they're light sensitive. And so you have to have a place virtually devoid of light to store them already treated so that I can, print out my things and put them on there, put them on the exposure unit and expose them. So I could use, if I shot film and all of that kind of stuff, it's a dark room. Like there's no light in there. None. So I could use it for that, but I don't do that. E Flat wants to know, why do married men cheat? I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. I'm sure there's a variety of reasons, but I don't know what they are. I don't think they should. I don't think married women should cheat. You, E Flat, you tell me, why do married women cheat? Because we all know married women cheat a whole lot more than married men. So, I don't know. Let me see. Shoot. I'm scrolling through. Mary in the house. Mary, good afternoon. My bad. It's either color saturation or you are Kirk Franklin's body double. Okay, I don't know what that means. Again, I don't know what that means. Ronnie Bronson says, tell Mrs. Livingston her uncle says hello. Mrs. Livingston? Ronnie Bronson says hello.
Oh, okay. Hello.
She said, oh, okay, hello. All right. She just happens to be back there in this moment. Special K says, I lived in Cincinnati for 20 years and always felt safe when I went downtown. Yeah, always. Always. Samuel says, it's a scientific fact that black men don't cheat. I think you're probably right about that. You're probably right. Even though I haven't seen the science, but just anecdotally speaking, I don't know of any black men that cheat. So, but she didn't say black men. She just said men. She just said men. So that's, all of those other ones. And I don't know why they cheat. I don't know. Edsel says men cheat because our natural instinctive DNA requires us to conquer. That's nonsense. And E Flat says because y'all don't appreciate a good woman. That's nonsense too. That's nonsense too. But you didn't tell me why women cheat. You didn't tell me why women cheat. Okay, it looks like I'm pretty much caught up on the comments. All right. So, all right. So that's it. I guess that's about it for the safety issue. Again, I don't really want law enforcement, police, the police chief. I don't want those guys involved with the courts in terms of telling people, hey, I want this person to stay in jail and all that kind of stuff. I want the courts to act independently. All right. E Flat says, I did. Well, I missed it. I did not see where you talked about why women cheat. Or I hope that wasn't, hold on a second, Twin. I hope your answer to why women cheat wasn't because men don't appreciate a good woman. That doesn't even make sense. And I think you're probably a sensible person. So I would love it if you would give a better answer than that nonsense. Crystal Hoskins said, no, you're not caught up because I said hello. I wasn't doing the hellos anymore. I was just trying to catch up on the comments that were with regard to what I was talking about. But good afternoon, Crystal Hoskins. I appreciate you being with us. I really do. Twin.
Yes, I've been on hold for a minute.
You have not.
Yes, I have.
You have not. You actually, I answered the phone right now at 54 seconds ago. So you have not been on hold for a minute.
Cincinnati's safe, man, downtown. It's safe wherever you go, man. Just mind your business. I mean, things happen around the city or any other city. So things happen. So Cincinnati's small, man.
Hold on. Let me slightly disagree with you. I don't necessarily believe that it's safe no matter where you go if you just mind your business, because people do target people, steal from them and, different things like that. So it's not necessarily safe anywhere you go if you just mind your business. You're still at risk when you.
But you got some of them characters out there ain't never did nothing and didn't want to act tough and everything in front of their homies. And then this what you get. They want to show out and all that, man. So it is safe to go downtown or whatever. See, I just mind my business and all that when I'm out anyway. I don't got time for that drama now. I walk away and all that. When I said what I put in the chat, city leaders or whatever, you mentioned something earlier.
Okay. Yeah, you said something to the effect of about the city leaders, but I don't know exactly what you said. But what are you expecting the city leaders to do?
I mean, they can go in their court system, like Tia was saying earlier. They go in their court system, man, and they just, man, the cases. If you look at the cases and strangling people, just not here, it's everywhere. Just not Cincinnati, it's everywhere.
Okay.
And I noticed that. Like,
oh, no, wait. No, but you know, you're telling me, what do you want the city leaders to do?
I mean, just go talk to the prosecutors, judges, like, why he done strangled somebody and he done just got, got caught with a gun and you let him out on a box and all that?
See, now, I think that's out of line. I don't want the city leaders trying to influence the judges in the city to make.
But if you got people crying out, Emanuel,
like what they want
and
to
everything,
look
like the lady husband got killed, got stabbed or whatever downtown. You remember that, the white lady?
Yes.
Okay, her husband got. Why y'all dropped the ball on that? Y'all knew he cut the.
Who dropped what ball?
Huh? When dude cut his ankle monitor off and they know he's been gone for a whole month or two, something like that. How the story went, he got it 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and stabbed her husband, whatever. Forgot what. I know it was sometime in the morning, 12 something.
And here's my
Stabbed her
question:
husband.
what do you now?
Soon as that monitor go off, y'all should have been alert. Like, oh man,
Wait a minute.
we got to go out and find her.
Wait a minute. Come on, let's have a conversation. Because I want us to have a conversation so we can both, have an understanding, right? So if I'm on a home incarceration and I cut off my, the little box on my ankle, what city leader do you want to do something, and what do you want them to do? You want the mayor to be an alert at the mayor's house every time somebody cut off their ankle monitor so that he get an alert so that he can...
No, he's like, why are y'all letting him out? You know his past. You know what he's capable of doing. He had 2 or 3 domestic on his hand. He got three robberies. He got 4 or 5 toting a gun. And this the crowd we get? People been forcing this and asking why is they letting him out on this ankle monitor? Why are they doing this? But $200 bomb when you got old boy just got caught with an 8-ball, ain't got no bomb, but you get him an OR. It don't make sense to me.
Twin,
I've been around people like that, man.
Twin.
That got a domestic, beat the crap out of their old lady, got out, and everything, got on the monitor, had to go to that little intervention program, see if you domestic or whatever, and then this dude in there still locked up, ain't give him no OR. And I'm like, the system is crazy.
Twin, why do you want the city... First, what city leaders are you talking about that you want to be able to
any
walk...
city leaders in any city, man.
Wait, let me get the question.
They gotta
out.
come to.
Let
they gotta
me
interact with the police and the citizens of that city.
Twin, I don't want to move on from the call, but in order to have an effective conversation, you have to listen to me, bro.
Okay, man.
Okay. What city leaders do you want to have access to judges to go down there and tell them what to do?
You can have your local leaders as councilman. You can have the mayor or the city manager or something like that. Somebody who's responsible for a citizen on patrol, a citizen, what is Scotty is? Citizen of People's Court, whatever he is, his title. Come on, man. What is his title? Citizen something, a patrol or something he do for the citizen. It should go on his desk.
Wait,
if he's concerned about...
Just so I'm clear, you want Scotty Johnson. Okay, let's say you get arrested tonight, all right? Hypothetically. It's not going to happen. Talking hypothetically.
Yeah, I'm knocking on wood.
Right. So hypothetically, you get arrested tonight. You want Scotty to be able to go to the judge that's about to hear your case and say, keep this nigga in jail, period.
It don't work like that. Come on, man. That hypothetical ass shit you just spilled. Come on, man. This sounds stupid.
Saying.
No, I'm not saying it like that. You got so many complaints. So you got so many complaints and all that. Why is that person let out of jail? Why that person is and all that? It don't make no sense when the citizen pouring out like, why is this really happening? What are y'all doing? And you look at their rap sheet, Emanuel.
Okay.
This man been convicted 3 or 4 times off the same issue.
So
he's dangerous to society. That's how you put it.
So twin, again. So what do you want? Hypothetically, you get arrested. What do you want Scotty to be able to go tell the judge about you?
If he got a lot, don't tell the judge about me or nothing.
Then what are you talking about?
I'm saying other complaints of people going. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of complaints on his desk. If he's part of the citizen complaint authority, control, president, whatever he is, I'm pretty sure it's on his desk, man. That hey, we got this too many complaints. That white girl down there did it, and what they do made her famous. Oh, we go look at her and stuff, cause it should never happen. But you got all these other neighborhoods been crying for the same thing. Come on, man. What it take me to paint my face white for them to understand me where I'm coming from?
I'm very confused as to what you're saying.
You're not confused because you don't know how the system is. If you know how the system works and how the revolving doors is, you would know. But you don't know.
Twin.
So you can't agree with me on the interact about this situation.
Twin. I'm very confused about what it is that you're asking city officials to do with the court system.
I'm saying if they look into the system, look at the judges, prosecutors, and all that, and people crying out and have complaints about this certain individual. Right. Like, hey, Why is this person got out on there? He been here 2 or 3 times. For the same, you let him out? Come on, that's how it is, man.
And so again, just so I'm clear, that's what you want. You want if you go to court, right? You get arrested. You go to court.
If say I'm out there banging people's head off, man.
All right, you banging people's head
I got a rap sheet. I'm talking.
You got a rap sheet.
Let me put in this spec. Let me put in this. I've been out there 3 or 4 times with the same record, man.
All right.
And all of a sudden, third, fourth time they give me an ankle monitor.
Okay.
And stuff, and they know I'm jacked up.
All right.
Then I go out there tonight.
So then you want Scotty to be able to go to the judge and say, don't let this guy out on bond.
It can be one of them Livingston brothers. You go there like, hey, why is this? I stay right next door to him. Okay. He argued with his girl. He beat up people. He's been there 3 or 4 times. Why is he back out? Now he arrested again doing the same thing. That's how you look at it, man. Like, no.
But again,
this man has been arrested. He dangerous to society.
I'm still confused about what
man, I don't know how you want. I don't know how to project it in your head, man.
Because you're not listening. Just listen to me. Stop trying to be right and just listen. You're what I'm asking you is, you said you want the city leaders to do something. I'm asking you in that, let's use your hypothetical situation. You're saying you want the city leaders to have so much influence over the judges. Forget what the law says. Forget what their ethics say. You want the city leaders to tell the judges what to do.
It's not. You ain't got to tell me nothing. You can ask me. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. You can ask me. That's what you go do. You know, you're not gonna tell me. You can ask me. But I'm just saying, with all these complaints and all that, because I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 complaints around the city. Because, hey, why y'all down here messing up downtown? I got business. And why y'all doing it? Oh, Mayor, can you handle that for me? What the mayor do? Hey, put him on the 6 o'clock curfew. Come on, man. It don't make no sense. That's why he say this city needs some growing, man. Y'all left behind just like earlier. I heard on a radio station, that lady said she went down there to California. Did you hear that? That white lady was in the studio today?
I heard, yes.
Yeah, she went to California and tried to get some input, advice on what they doing, how they doing it up there. The homeless and people about to be standing cars in March next year, Emanuel. Wait a minute. You niggas can't even get Skid Row together. And I've been on Skid Row just to see how it is.
You been on what
You
road?
can't even get Skid Row.
Oh.
The homeless strip. You ever been there in Los Angeles?
No, I haven't, but I thought you said something different. And I was going to say,
no,
yikes.
Don't try to correct me. Go on here with that.
I thought you said something different.
I know you try to correct me, but okay, that's Emanuel.
No, I
but
just
if
didn't
you
know.
if you go down there, Emanuel, if you ever been or anytime you visit, just go down there and see. I say only time they took care of that Skid Row or whatever when it was time when Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl, they had to clear that out. They don't care about no homeless. I say, how you go there and visit California and try to get some input and advice about what y'all gonna do next year? And it just don't make no sense, man. And then bringing in a new chief, Emanuel, or whatever, this substitute chief or whatever.
Interim.
It's not going to,
Interim chief, yes.
Interim, yeah. It's not going to solve, because, you know, it's almost over, man. The summer and everything, and it's about to get colder, and it's not going to solve nothing, man. Just like I told Lincoln, man, he said responsible. He said, I'll take responsible for that, but you're not taking accountability. That's 2 different things, situation. You take accountability, man, I messed up, man. I dropped the ball on this. It's in your hands, man. So much that lady, and y'all knew, and man, they knew other FOPs and other members of the police staff was telling, don't hire her. But no, she good. She's a woman. She been in the game 20-something years. She good. And then they won't listen, and that's what y'all get. Now everything falling on deaf ears and everything. All this crime went up when he should have shut up and handled that before he even opened his mouth, that mayor. And now this is what you get. Now you don't want to take accountability of what happened. Now you got to point the finger at somebody. Oh, don't point at me, mayor. I'm not going to point. Don't point at city manager. Oh, I'm not going to point at you. Don't point at me. I'm the mayor. Somebody got to be the downfall. Who should we? Hey, get chief. Get the chief. Come on, man. Somebody got to take it, one for the team. He ain't going. Somebody tell him. Just like that crap game, that gambling and all that, the NBA stuff. Somebody got to be the downfall guy. Somebody got to take one for the team, man.
All right. Hey, I'm
That's
gonna
how.
just tell you the truth. You lost me at Skeet Row, but it is what it is. You believe what you believe, and ain't nobody gonna change your mind, no matter how many facts
No, because
or
I'm
how
going
much
down
reason they throw
there,
at you.
Lord's will. I'm going down there Sunday, man. I'm going tailgate.
All
My
right.
Bears come in town, so I'm going. I was gonna say you don't even watch the game, do you?
No.
I thought you probably saw a clip of it, or anything, something like that. But no, I'm gonna keep going downtown now. I only have one spot and everything I hang out, but other than that, man, downtown, all right, man. I ain't gonna let nobody say it ain't safe. And I don't like staying in the house that much, no way. So I'll be on the go.
All right.
So yeah, I know you about to say something smart. Just get it off your chest, man.
No,
What you gonna say?
I just know if there's one place on the planet that I don't ever want to see, that is Skeet Row. I don't ever want to see
Skeet Row. Did I say it right?
I don't ever want to see Skeet Row. I don't want to go
Man.
there, and I don't want to see it.
Man, I've seen it for myself, man. It's horrible, man. It's horrible, man. I didn't realize they like that's the Skeet Row. I said it is. 'Cause my sister done been. I went there like 2017. 19. I'm
Okay,
like,
no, hold
man.
on a second. Hold on. Jerica says ask her question. Jerica, I don't know what your question is. I think she had a question for you, but I don't know what the question was. And she said, please ask my question, but I don't know what it is. So you have to type it in. Will you answer Jerica's question, twin?
He blocked me.
No, she's gonna ask me a question, and then I'm gonna relay it to you, and then you can answer it or not answer it your own way. But you gotta
Tell her up and tight.
yeah, you gotta hurry up and put it in there. He said, but I don't have a problem asking. Oh, what state is Boston located?
Why would she ask that? She just want me to say the name, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Why would she?
I don't know. She asked me to
I ain't
ask the
never
question.
been to Boston.
She asked me to ask the question. I asked the question.
Man, I don't
And
like
you
answering
answered.
because you be trying to be sarcastic about situations, man, extra, like you. So, gotta be careful with her.
All right. All
All
right.
right, man.
Twin.
Hey, what happened to your light stuff, man?
Huh?
What happened to your light?
What do you mean?
Look different, a little blurry a little bit. Not blurry, but it seemed like you, like an AI vision or something. I don't know. You look different.
I am
I
not
don't know if
AI.
it's a hoodie or something like
no,
that.
I changed the framing, so the framing is a little tighter.
You did look like Bill Cunningham on your profile.
You must have never seen Bill Cunningham.
Yes, I seen him. You look like him a little bit. You had on like something similar to that sweater you had on.
I didn't. That's not a sweater.
What is it then?
It's a jacket with a shirt under it, a T-shirt. Actually, it's a flash T-shirt with a jacket over it. It's not a sweater.
Oh, okay. All right, E-Man.
All right. All right. Now, what I was trying to get to was he said that he wants the city leaders to have conversations with the judges and tell the judges what to do about certain cases. I'm not even sure that that's legal. I mean, I imagine it might not be illegal, but if I get arrested, I don't want a city leader to be able to go have a conversation with the judge about what should happen in my case. I want the judge to look at the law and make a decision based on the law. And if the law says he should be out on bond, let me out on bond. If the law says he should be on home incarceration, then put me on home incarceration. If the law says he shouldn't get out of jail, then don't let me out of jail. If the law says OR bond, go home, bro. And, when the case come down and, we meet back up and we'll deal with this. That's my interpretation of OR bond. then I want a OR bond. But Scotty or AFTAB shouldn't be able to come down there and say one way or the other, "Hey, yo, Judge, I think this guy should not get out on bond." And then the judge come into court like, "Well, the mayor said he shouldn't get out on bond, so no bond." Who wants that? Why do y'all want that? Because what happens if I don't want our judges being influenced by the politics. I want our judges judging based on the law. Why do y'all think that that's acceptable? And I don't want the police to be able to do the same thing. I don't want the police telling the prosecutors, "Y'all should go for this punishment." No, you arrested me because I beat up some lady. You arrest me. You give the facts. Now I know, they charge you with different stuff, but then the prosecution should look at it and say, how does the law apply to this? Not what do that cop think. How does the law apply to this? Now, if you got to go to the cop to get more information, what did you see? When did it happen? Something like that. But I don't think the cops should be, "Oh, you should charge him with it." No, give me the facts, and I'll apply the law, and then we'll charge accordingly. What is going on when people, because somebody said don't say y'all. I'm saying y'all as in some of y'all. Where are we headed when we got people who want the city leaders and the police to be able to go to the court system and tell the court system what to do? That's not appropriate. But if he got a record, the judge can see he got a record. The judge don't need AFTAB Pure Vault, because somebody said, well, AFTAB could hold a press conference and say, the judge, why? The judge should not be tainted by AFTAB Pure Vault's press conference. The judge should ignore that. Vernon says judges have discretion in those matters and should, but some people should not be allowed on electronic monitoring. This last guy who killed the man downtown shot him over 20 times. Judges should have discretion in those matters. I don't necessarily agree that they should have maybe as much as they do, but they are the ones who we elect and who get appointed to determine who should be out on electronic monitoring. And if you don't like what they're doing, don't vote for them. But if the judge says, let him out on electronic monitoring, I don't want AFTAB to be able to say no. Sierra says she hate to say, but Twin might be right about Black Bill Cunningham. Sierra, you are a hater. Why are you such a hater? I don't even understand it. I don't understand it. How does someone grow from an innocent child to a grown hater to that level of hate? I don't understand it. E. Flatman on here fussing at everybody about men cheating. But look, black men don't cheat. Now, those men who do cheat, I don't. You picked him. You picked him. He was probably no good cheating before, then. Maybe you're not doing something. Maybe, whatever, but come on. Ronnie says, I'd rather have AvTap than J.D. Vance half brother. All right. Mary says they have outside affairs. I'm not sure what y'all talking about. I'm not sure what y'all talking about. If your man is here is the simple solution. If your man is cheating, then make him not your man anymore. You cheated on me. That's unacceptable. I'm out. Simple solution. Guess what? Now you don't have a man that's cheating on you. E flat says work wife is cheating. I'm not. It all depends on the definition of a work wife. It all depends on how you're defining it. If I've got a friend at work, the work wife is, that's really just like you my best friend at work, and you're a female and we're close friends. That's all that means. Stop trying to make it mean something that it don't mean. Stop it. Shahira says, now y'all got me wanting to look at a picture of Bill Cunningham. I don't look anything like Bill Cunningham. Nothing. They just haters. Jerica says, since we're here, why are men less likely to stay when the wife cheats, while it's the opposite when the husband cheats? Because men are smart. That's it. Men are smart. If you cheat, you're a cheater. Why would I stay with a cheater? Only reason, maybe for the kids. Maybe for the kids or something like that. Other than that, why am I going to stay with you? You cheated. I'm out. And we know women cheat so much more than men. So I don't even see why this is a conversation at all. I don't understand it. Then maybe women start doing what men do. It might sound a little Mary says, more men get caught cheating than women. He's not smart. Again, you got a point there. Not about the not smart part. More men do get caught cheating than women. But a lot of times that's because, most men who cheat probably cheat with women. And women who participate, with a cheating person, they like to blow up the spot. Like They like to leave an earring in the car. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You ain't never heard of no woman cheating and dude left his drawers in the car. You know what I'm saying? That just don't happen. But oh, woman, oh, I left my earring. Oh, I left my this. Oh, I left my that. How women finding panties? You know what I'm saying? How women finding panties? Oh, he cheated. How you know he cheated? I found some panties in his car. How are women finding panties? You don't accidentally leave your panties in the car. You know what I'm saying? That's some intentional stuff. That's not, again, you ain't ever. If you twin, even if you say you have, you making it up. You ain't ever heard of no woman cheating and her husband found out because he found a pair of drawers in the car. That don't happen. It don't happen. Men do not do stuff like that. So that's why more men get caught, because women are devious. Breaking off a fingernail to leave it in the car so that the woman can find the broke fingernail in the car. Men don't do stuff like that. For men, if I'm getting the draws, I don't care if he know. I would rather him not know. I'm getting the draws. What else I want? I'm getting the draws. I'm getting the draws. Well, he need to know I'm getting the draws. No, he don't. I just need to get the draws. I need to get the draws and then go about my business and let her enjoy the rest of her day. That's it. That's it. That's it. Not women. I need to have sex with, but then she need to know that I'm having sex with him. That bitch need to know. Why you mad at her? Because you cheating with her man. Why you want to hurt her? Because you cheating with her man. Men don't do that, right? Somebody said, you do not. You very rarely ever. Like he get in his wife's car. Baby, where them pliers come from? Why is it a pair of pliers in the car? You don't hear that. You don't hear that. You left your pliers in my car. Why would you leave your pliers in my car? You don't hear that. It's just the truth. So it's not because he's stupid. It's just because women are more devious. But women cheat more. The man that you're cheating with is helping you cover up the cheat. In the rare occasion that a man cheats, the woman that he's cheating with is trying to blow the whole thing up. So after he get the draws, he gotta go to the daggone car wash with the super vacuum to vacuum everything up and check every inch of the car. He need carpet cleaner because, oh, I spilled my nail polish in his car. Now he gotta clean up nail polish off the seat or off the carpet. Because she is actively trying to blow everything up. So stop, don't pretend. Don't pretend. We know women cheat more. Men get caught more. That's a fact. That's a fact. Or those are, independent facts. And those are the reasons. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And everybody know I'm not lying. Everybody know I'm not making none of this stuff up. Mary says, too scared to read my text. Oh, don't try to bully me. Just say, hey, you missed my, I ain't no scared. See, when you say stuff, Mary, and it make me not even want to go back and read it. It make me want to not go back and read it because you trying to bully me. Like, oh, I bet you scared to do this. I bet you scared to do that. I ain't scared. Watch me do it. Come on. I'm not. It make me want to. I'm going to go back and read it just because, I missed it and you want me to read it. But I don't try to bully me. I don't like that. I don't like that. Mary says, men get caught, the woman come up big belly. And that's usually intentional. That is intentional. She don't accidentally come up big belly. She know what she doing. She poked a hole in that thing. She, you know what I'm saying, took it off. I don't like the feel of this. I want to feel it natural. And she pulled it off, and then she knew what she was doing. That's how she come up big. She trying to blow up his spot, which is stupid. That plane flying low, which is stupid to do because women, and I'll be trying to help women. Emanuel love the ladies. Women, I don't know why you trying to blow up his spot, because if he end up with you, he gonna cheat on your ass too. Now you are actively trying to get a cheater. And then you gonna complain, well, he cheated on me. You knew he was a cheater when you was cheating with him. No, I get pregnant, and then she'll leave him, and then he'll be all mine. No, he won't. He'll be partially yours, like he's partially yours now. And then the fact that you think you the only other one, you know what I'm saying? I'm the other woman. I'm the other woman. You probably not the only other woman. Sierra says, E-Man, men are just innocently cheating, but these devilish women keep exposing them. No, first, again, just to set the facts straight, and this is all factual stuff. You can look this up. Black men don't cheat. As a general rule, black men don't cheat. You can look that up. It's a fact. Now, on the very rare occasion, you have an outlier here or there. On the very rare occasion that they do, they're wrong. Those are not good men. Those are terrible people. Which is probably why so many of y'all want him. Because a lot of y'all are just terrible judges of character and all of that kind of stuff. So he cheated. Ooh, girl, that's exciting. Ooh, I want to be excited. That's exciting. I want excitement. So he's not innocently cheating. He's cheating. But these are mostly, Caucasian men, Asian men, Latino men, Samoan men. You know what I'm saying? These are mostly them. But, every once in a while, you get one of these brothers who ain't really a brother. He trying to be like them. He trying to be like them. He want to be like them. So he cheat. He got to cheat with somebody. And then, yes, women are, instead of just being happy, getting the D, they want to expose it. They want to expose him. They're not like trying to expose him for the sake of honesty and the sake of integrity. Like, no. They trying to expose him so they can have him? So that he can cheat on them. And then they find some woman's fingernail in the what's the little I'm sorry, this because it's on this side I'm driving. In the what's the little thing, the little armrest compartment thing? Or under the seat. Ronald say that's why your pull-out game got to be strong. Bro, no. Don't rely. You can't rely on that. If you relied on that, you done got caught up. I know you done got caught up. Mary says, well, some men want the other man's spot too. Be equal with this, E. I think you might have some, I'm trying to think of a way to say this without alert, bad word alert. Bad word alert. This is really the only way to describe it. You might have some bitch ass niggas who, ooh, I want this person's spot. But yeah, that's some bitch nigga shit. Like most dudes, like she taken, it is what it is, that is what it is, and so on and so forth. Ain't no man accidentally leaving his drawers under the seat in a car because he want that woman to himself. Please. No. That's not happening. Ain't no man leaving his vice grips under the seat because he want that man to find out and he can have that woman to himself. No. That's not happening. Ain't no man leaving his Kango in the armrest compartment because he want that woman to be his woman and that man to find out. No. That's not happening. It's not happening. I'm just telling you, it's not happening. And, because there's always an outlier. If you do, and ladies, if you are cheating with some dude who accidentally left his drawers under the passenger seat of your car so your husband could find out, you telling me you would stay with that dude? You would stay with him. Like, ooh, my husband found your drawers under the passenger seat. We got to be more careful. Please, you'll be like, again, bad word alert. Nigga, I can't believe your bitch ass left your drawers under my passenger seat. You know that's fucked up. Don't call me no more. Don't text me no more. You don't get no more of this pee. It's over. Oh, but baby, nigga, you left your drawers under my seat. It's over. Clicker. Stop fronting. It's not the same. CK.
It's not the same. My God. In honor of Nate Livingston, I'm going to stay on topic. Listen, what you want right now, you're saying how women leave their earrings and their drawers to get us caught. You saying the opposite side, it don't work like that. That's what you're stating right now, right?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
You saying how women leave their earrings and drawers around to incriminate and leak this. You saying if we did that on the other side, you're saying the outcome would be very different.
Yes.
Yeah. I concur 100%. I like this topic here. Men leaving their drawers for the husband.
Right. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Men don't do that.
We don't. So women do it. So it's an intentional leave behind. So they plant evidence. So you're saying women plant evidence like Mark Furman?
Absolutely.
Okay. And men don't do that. This weird man does. The weird one do.
Yeah, he would have to be super weird to do that.
And the woman would just have to be regular. A super weird man and a regular woman.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, I always wondered, like, how did you... So you saying whenever women left stuff over there, you thought it was intentional in your personal situations?
Well, I've never had that as an experience, but, or at least I don't think I've ever had that as an experience. 'Cause
Oh,
I
ain't
don't
nobody left
cheat.
nothing over your house? Some house shoes or something?
But I've not been a cheater, so I can't say
I
that
ain't
I've.
talking about a cheater. I'm talking about a dater. If you dating a woman and she come over, she might leave something over just to make sure. You might not be cheating, but she doing it on her end.
Well, I mean that's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's less about trying to get him exposed and more about, I think, maybe just having a tie to him and a reason to come by or whatever whenever she feel like it.
And we don't do that right there. That tie right there. We don't do it. We don't. We're that non-tie. You saying that'd be weird for a man to try that move right there?
I
Also,
think
right?
that would be weird. Like, it'd be different, like, if we seeing each other and it's a steady relationship type thing, and I might leave some clothes over there, but that's because I spend the night over there from time to time.
Right.
But other than that, I'm probably not leaving anything at your house. And if I do, something go down, you can have it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, it's yours now. Throw it away. I don't care. I don't need to come back to your house. So I don't think men do it for the same reasons that women might do it.
Okay, now, Tim, if you got this, okay, you got the brothers and cousins and stuff, I'm quite sure, right? So, you got that one family member house you go over all the time. I remember me and my cousin, we kept now, this is just family, but how the hell we can't remember that we leave every hat over there? Like we leaving that, but from the outside, you would think, like, what is this guy doing? But we really would leave. So that's why I was thinking, is the women doing that by accident when they leave shit over our house? Because I'm not intentionally leaving that stuff over my people's house.
Wait, say
But I
that
had
again.
done it multiple times.
I'm sorry, your scenario confused me a little bit. Say it again if you don't mind.
Okay, you know how you got that one family member you be over their house all the time.
Okay,
you
my
might
cousin.
got. Okay, so y'all had a gathering.
Uh-huh.
But then me and my one cousin, we always, either he gonna leave his hat or I'm gonna leave my hat.
That's
Or the
totally different,
sunglasses.
though.
It's like,
But that's
right,
that's your
okay.
cousin. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's, to some degree, that's second home. So, yeah, you might leave your hat over your cousin's house. You ain't smashing your cousin, are you?
Right, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just, I was just saying, okay. No, I was just saying, could it be inadvertent? Because I know I accidentally have done it on multiple occasions. But I was wondering, is that what women...
Maybe if you and your cousin go hang out on Skeet Row, then maybe it's something going on. But normally, ain't nothing wrong with just, accidentally leaving your hat over your cousin's house. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But, yeah, and I wanted to ask you about the woman that went on a date with the 6'5" gentleman.
Okay.
Now, you said he might get the draws because of his height.
Okay.
So you think taller men get more juicy than shorter men?
Yes.
Tall, yep, because of the cliche, tall, dark, and handsome.
Well, women typically like taller men. I think it's a biological thing, and it's definitely a preference. Women typically like taller men. They're physically and whatever biologically attracted to them.
So when did the cliche tall, dark, and handsome? So when they say dark, are they talking about black?
Well, I don't know exactly. My guess is, this is just me guessing, because you hear, even Caucasian women talking about tall, dark, and handsome. I think they're talking about tanned, or, something like that. They prefer those darker men. I don't know in terms of in the black community when I don't know if that's the case or not.
Now, with my current situation, I think I stand about 5'7", but I went on a date with a 5'11", right?
Okay.
And she had things. I heard insecurities coming from her. See, I don't really think about it until they put it up. Then when they bring it up, now I'm thinking about it. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
I do.
So you think the tall women want a taller man?
Yes.
Or do you think they can handle? Okay.
I
So
mean,
they
they
under more
want,
pressure.
but look, I think women, again, just in general, women want taller men, but that doesn't mean that they don't want shorter men. It's like,
Hmm.
like whatever, you have a preference on a woman, like, you know what I'm saying, you like a nice round booty, right?
Right, exactly. I do.
So that's your preference. But if you meet a woman that's sexy and she got these nice long, thick legs and these, nice sized breasts and everything, but her booty ain't all that big and round, it ain't like
Right.
you gonna be like, no, I only want a round booty. You like, I want a nice round booty, but I'll accept a booty that's not round. There's just other stuff there to, compliment her. So I'm not kicking you out, out the box because your booty ain't round enough. But that is my preference. So women, like, yes, I would prefer a taller man. But if a nice,
Right.
handsome, guy who's, fit whatever other criteria they have and he comes in a little shorter, a lot of women are like, that's cool too.
I understand. I think that what you're alluding to is where the cheating comes in because, like you said, this is the variety. Remember when they said, why do married men cheat? I had to answer. The cheating is because it's the same reason everybody cheats because, I mean, not everybody, even the people that cheat, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the people that don't cheat. I'm talking about the cheaters, right?
Okay.
I think we want variety. E-man. We want, like you said, we want the big juicy booty. We want the little fun size girl. We could do like Ving Rhames on Baby Boy, or we want that tall glass of milk decline. You see what I'm saying? We want variety. So this leads to, especially when you get successful with money and you have the money to impress these women, this leads to adultery. Sometimes because you got so much flavors. It's more than 31 flavors out here. So I think this what leads to the temptation, and a lot of people you got to have like a foundation. Like I think when I listen to E-Man had no cheating like in his concept early, but I think a lot of people they don't have that as a concept. Yeah, I think you was more like in your 20s. I heard you talking about stuff that we wasn't talking about. The cheaters.
Okay.
Talking about as far as being faithful. So you think? I think it's. Do you think it's the variety that people want? They want to try all 31 flavors, or you
Well,
can't
I
put a
mean,
hand
I
on that?
think, of course, depending on the person, different people are different. Um, sure, variety is nice, when you out there looking for variety. But if you still want variety, don't get married. Like it's that simple. Like I want variety. Then don't lock one of them down. Just
And,
keep getting your variety.
and you got to remember, our fathers taught us how to cheat.
What?
Remember?
No.
No, you're not a cheater, so you can't speak on this behalf.
When
I'm
you
speaking on
ask
behalf of
me, do
cheaters.
I remember something? I can tell you
No,
no.
no, 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 no. I'm telling you about it. No, I'm giving. Listen, this is a club you're not a part of.
Okay,
I'm
but
saying.
but you did ask me, do I remember?
Oh no, no, no. Okay, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
I'm stating that the cheaters that's alive today, you are your father's son. You got to understand. You were taught to be faithful by watching your dad. A lot of us cheaters was watching our dad play on our moms, and we learned how to the devious, the lies. We learned how to Because I remember my daddy took me over to his lady house, and I came straight back and told her, I was like, hey, we was over such and such house. And he told me that, don't you ever bring her name up. See, he was teaching the kid how to be deceitful. I didn't know. I thought it was all open, sir. So as a child learning to lie, you start thinking that cheating is a part of the game, Livingston. You don't
Mm.
know. You're just a child.
You
So then
know,
when you become a man,
that's
go
that's
ahead.
that's BS. You know,
What?
when you become a
How do I
man,
know?
when you became a man, you knew cheating was wrong. Stop it. Well, my daddy did it. You knew your daddy was wrong at some point. You might not knew it when you was 4, but by the time you got 15, 16, you knew your daddy was wrong.
When you sell cocaine, sir, and you're 28, you don't think it's wrong. You just
Yes, you
think
do.
this is a
Yes,
hustle.
you do. You think it's wrong. That's why
How?
you don't. That's why you don't just openly do it in front of the police.
No, you think it's illegal, sir. That's
You think it's
different. Wrong and
wrong.
illegal,
You
sir.
know. You know it's wrong. You might try to convince yourself that it's okay, but you know it's wrong.
Okay. And the last subject, sir, downtown violence. You were speaking on about how safe you feel when you go downtown personally with your family. Is this facts?
I was speaking about my lack of feeling unsafe.
Yes.
I view it as a difference between me saying I feel super safe. Like, no, I'm saying I don't feel unsafe.
But when I heard your comments, it made me feel super safe when I go down there because the only time I feel in danger is when I'm going to do something illegal, like purchase drugs or gamble. Like when you going to shoot dice on the streets, that's very dangerous. Or if you're going to buy illegal drugs, it's dangerous. So yes, but if I'm just going down there to the market, man, I want to buy me some tacos, give me some nice dessert because I love the sweets. There's no problem, sir. Just pay for your parking. Just pay for your parking. I don't have no worries, sir. But yes, if I'm in illegal activity, I'm trying to buy some cocaine or maybe a little dog food, then trouble will naturally come. Do you understand, Livingston?
I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying you can go down there, you can get your bike, you can go to the Eagle, you can go down to the market. I had no problems. I got a couple parking tickets because this nigga don't want to pay for parking. But that's on me. I brought the parking tickets on myself. I just want you to understand you can go down there, just don't go down there doing illegal shit. Because illegal shit, it ain't no rules. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. A
Okay.
nigga could rob me. I'm not going to call the police if a nigga rob me because I'm trying to buy drugs, sir.
All right. Hey,
What do I look like?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. All right, God,
Hold
no,
on.
God
Before
bless you.
before
I just wanted to, we went
wait,
through all of it.
okay. Before I let you go, you
Yes,
say
sir.
you lived in California for a while, right?
Long Beach, California. Yes, sir.
Did you ever have an opportunity to visit Skeet Row?
Yes, Skid Row. Yes, sir. Yes,
You visited
definitely.
Skid Row. Did you visit Skeet Row?
Oh, what's Skid Row?
I know Twin said he been to Skeet
I
Row.
thought you said Skid Row. I ain't never heard of Skid Row. That's like that's funny. So
All right.
you
CKI.
kicking me out with a joke. I
CKI.
got you.
I appreciate your call.
That was a good one, Livingston. Have a good one, man. God bless
All
everybody.
right. Oh, I asked your question. See, I try to get them in. If you ask me to ask somebody a question and they're on the line, I try to get them in if I can. If I can. I do not want to be on Ski Row. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, that sounds like such a bad place to be. Oh, such a bad place to be. Oh, I don't know what happens down there. Oh, and I don't want to find out. Oh, oh boy. Oh, Whew. Y'all silly. Y'all are silly. Oh boy. What else? What else y'all got going on? Everybody's everybody's clothes is a brick hard. Oh, I imagine on Ski Row you don't get natural folds in clothing. Oh, what else is going on? That's crazy. y'all ain't got no sense. Whew. And then y'all make me have to have these thoughts floating around in my head. I just be trying to mind my own business. um, what what else? What else we got going on? Again, still the um the shoot EBT cards, Snap programs is you know, maybe about to not have money. Maybe about to not have money. I'm really worried about this. I'm not worried about, hold on, Shahira says, is Bill Cunningham white? I looked him up, but want to make sure I'm looking at the same one. Y'all talking about saying that. So, yes, he's white, and I look nothing like him. They just haters. They're just haters, Shahira. Don't be trying to join the hate patrol. Don't be trying to join the hate patrol. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. Don't be trying to join. Just take my word for it, because it's the truth. We look nothing alike. Don't join in on the hate. But I really am concerned what's going to happen when which hopefully, they could come to some conclusion any minute. It don't seem likely, but they could. But my concern is, what are these kids going to eat? What are these kids going to eat? I mean, eventually, you're going to run out of stuff at the house. And if you don't get those benefits, and look, even for the people who well, go get a job, we'll go, all of that kind of stuff. Even with those people, what about in the meantime? I'm really concerned about these kids. Genuinely. I mean, I'm concerned about the adults too, but I don't know. It's going to be bad. Ron says it's going to be real bad out here now. The Justice Center is really going to be full of people stealing food. And what are they going to do with kids when the parents get caught stealing, trying to feed them? I'm terrified of that thought. Yeah, same here. I'm really concerned. And I'm also concerned about this lot thing. I'm not 100% against it. I just hate that it has to come to this. Look, it's a reality. Homelessness is a reality. But I look at all of the wasted resources. I look at all of the wasted resources. Jerica said the kids are going to eat. These parents are resourceful. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I can tell you that I see kids, when people get SNAP benefits, still suffering from hunger and, not eating on a regular basis. And some of those people get benefits. They're not that resourceful. I don't know that these people are necessarily being taught to be resourceful. And again, if you just thinking about some black woman with some little kids, I think you off base. Because I'm thinking about, the majority of people who get these benefits are not black. And you have a lot of poor white people as well who they got kids that are hungry now when they get benefits. And those are, I'm just not, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And you're talking about the kids in the parking lots. I share Jerica's concern because I've seen her post this a few times talking about this. I'm concerned about JFS coming in, taking kids from people. Like, where is the guarantee that if I go to the parking lot with my 2 kids in the back seat and we sleeping in the parking lot, JFS ain't gonna come in with a whole lot of police snatching up all of the kids saying you are not fit to raise this child because you don't even have a place for them to live. They're sleeping in a car. We can put them in better housing or in housing. That is a genuine concern. That's a genuine concern. Now, I guess they could do the same thing if you came up with some sort of, hey, let them sleep in the gym at Schroeder, I guess they could come in there and do the same thing. They could just, walk up in there, like, round all these kids up. What you doing? What you doing? You're homeless. You can't take care of this child. We're going to place this child in a home. And when you get on your feet, then you can go through the process, or however that whole thing go. So that is a genuine concern. I don't know. I guess Jericho says that's a result of poor parenting. I guess talking about when I was saying some of these people who get some benefits. Everybody don't. I know a lot of people think, oh, you get benefits, you shouldn't be. But everybody don't get like thousands of dollars to. Some people just get a small amount of benefits. Some people get a small amount of benefits because it's meant to be something that will supplement what they're supposed to already be bringing in. And sometimes it's not enough. It's not enough. So it's not necessarily poor parenting. It might be poor budgeting, whatever. But this whole situation with the SNAP benefits and with the parking lot. And look, I'm not mad at the people proposing the parking lot. Okay? I'm not mad at them. I had to believe it's coming from a good place. Like, it's not a matter of, oh, you just doing this to hurt people. You just doing it. Like, no. I had to believe, like, this was somebody's idea. Like, this is a way to help people. But it's a shame that the public school system has to come up with an idea like this to help. Like, where's the city on this? They might have something, a plan or something, that they have in mind and we just don't know about it. But where is the city on this? I don't know. Yes, the county, Brent, Where's the county on this? LaDon said, I didn't think about that, E-Man. Yeah, I've seen Jerica bring that up a few times, like almost every time that I've heard this discussed. Vernon, and I've also seen Jerica bring this up a few times. The first time a mother and her children are found dead in their car from carbon monoxide poisoning, the jig will be up. He said gig, but I know what he meant. And heads will roll. Oh, and that'd be so sad. E Flat says, what are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? I'm going to talk about it and feel bad for people in the situation. I'm not one of them people who sit on here and pretend to have all the answers. If I had the answers, then it wouldn't be a problem anymore. Because I would just do it. Like if I had the answer to end homelessness, we wouldn't have homelessness. How? Because I would have the answer. I don't have the answer. Don't you think that would be a public relations nightmare, E? No. No, I don't think it would be a public relations nightmare. And I believe you're talking about if JFS came in and just snatched up kids and said we put. No, I think a lot of people would look at them as heroes. Because a lot of people in our society hate poor people. They blame poor people for all of the ills of society, instead of blaming all the ills of society for there being poor people. They do it in reverse. So no, I don't think it would be a public relations nightmare at all. I think they would high five themselves and do a campaign. They would call in the news to let them know, look at what we did. Because they know that there are enough people in America, in Cincinnati, in Hamilton County, to say, you know, hey, them poor people don't deserve to have those kids. I don't think it would be a PR nightmare in the least. Now, people like me, maybe people like you would say, shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. But I genuinely believe the overwhelming sentiment of the community, being the entire Cincinnati, Hamilton County community, would be, oh, we're so glad that they saved those children. Wonder Woman say, I heard Reverend Lynch and some other ministers are trying to come up with a better solution. And that's, and that's why I'm not hating on the people who try to come up with the solution. Because sometimes you trying to come up with a solution might spark something in somebody else. And then they like, you know what? This really is a problem. And that solution is not a good solution. Can we do something better? And then somebody's like, hey, what about this? Like, oh yeah, that's a better idea. Let's try this. So that's why I'm not hating on them. Like, I have reservations about the idea, but I mean, I guess something is better than nothing. But sometimes even a bad something, like I said, sparks something in somebody else. And they're like, we can do a better something than that something. Doc Chromium says, can we do a GoFundMe for them? For who? Who would we be doing a GoFundMe for? Ronald says, did they forget how cold it get in Cincinnati? So they're going to be sleeping in the car, no food, no money. We got to do something, y'all. We got to do something. Anybody got any plans, any ideas? I'm all in. Well, Ronald, like somebody said, and I'd heard that as well, that there were, some of the ministers were trying to come up with something better. So maybe reach out to some of the ministers. Andrea says, are they going to be giving gas cards? It's going to be cold and they need to run the car for heat. I mean, it's supposed to happen in March. So, I mean, I guess it'd still be cold in March, but I would imagine no. Because if you think about it like this, I have reservations, but think about it like this. They're sleeping in their car right now. Some of these people are sleeping in their car right now. Ain't nobody giving them no gas card. And they're at risk of somebody just running up on them, while they're sleeping in the car and, busting into the car and doing whatever. So if I'm right now, and y'all know it's getting cold out there, if I'm right now sleeping in my car, or this winter, this January, it'll be real cold in January. This January, I'm sleeping in my car. Ain't nobody giving me no gas card. Ain't nobody giving me no money. Ain't nobody checking on me in terms of whether or not I'm dying of carbon monoxide poisoning. And I'm in fear that at any point somebody can bust in my car or the police can roll up on me and then they gonna take my kids and all of that kind of stuff. They have all of these same fears right now. And I'm thinking one of the things is to alleviate some of that, put them somewhere where, it's at least secure. There's a gate around it and there's bathrooms and facilities that they can use. So yeah, they still sleeping in their cars. And no, we not giving them no gas money or none of that kind of stuff. But they don't have to worry about where they're going to use the bathroom if they have to use the bathroom. And they don't have to worry about, the police or some random stranger, finding wherever they're parked to sleep. Or, some random stranger busting in their car, doing harm to them or whatever. So you're taking away somebody, like you're not creating a perfect situation. But you're, at least trying to help a little bit. And so that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. It don't mean that I don't have concerns. But if you sleeping in your car and you scared of, somebody approaching and doing something to you, and somebody say, okay, I got a safe place for you to park. You're going to be like, well, I'm not going there unless y'all give me some gas money. No. You might just be like, it's safe, like it's somewhere that I can park and be safe. Okay. Dina says exactly. It's crazy the CPS is working on this. It's not their responsibility, but at least they stepped in. Twin says hyperthermal. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. What's hyperthermal? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I just don't know what that means. I just don't. Brent said the only way someone would die of carbon monoxide if their car, in their car, is if the car has a serious leak from the exhaust system and is somehow venting inside the car, uh, or the car is parked in an enclosed garage. But that could be the case. Your car could have a leak that vents into the car. It's possible. Mike says, even though they wanted to give help to these families, yes, bro. You don't know. Or maybe you're more of a positive person than me, but I genuinely don't trust that system down there. And yes, I could see them going down there and doing that and turning it into how much we care for the kids. I mean, I could even see them, honestly, I could see them saying, hey, look, we went down there because this is not CPS's role. CPS's role is not to provide a place for homeless people to park and, people who can't take care of their children to be parked in some parking lot. So we're down here to help CPS deal with a problem that they don't even have any business dealing with. We're the white knights. Yeah, I could see them doing that. I'm telling you, I could. Mary says, let the churches house and feed them. I don't know how much y'all think. I think when people think church, they think mega church. And they think of these organizations bringing in millions and millions of dollars a week. But I would probably argue that the majority of the churches that you see in the neighborhoods are barely keeping the lights on. It ain't like churches is overflowing with people. You have some, but most churches ain't just overflowing with people. You got a whole lot of small churches with a few people. What church do you go to? Not you specifically, Mary. Anybody. What church do you go to? And how much do you give? And is that enough to cure homelessness? So I know we hear, oh, the churches can do this. Oh, the churches can do that. We are the churches. So if you don't go and you don't donate, and then the churches also then end up having liability. You got all these people crammed into your church. What if something happened to somebody? Next thing you know, you getting sued because something happened in your church and you was just trying to help people and you barely got the money to keep the lights on. You definitely don't have the money to be feeding thousands of people. You know, let the churches do it. Again, that sounds, but ask these churches how much money do they have? Ask these churches, how much money do they have? They not doing the building fund just for fun. Some of them might be. But I would say the majority of the churches that do a building fund, that's their game because they not getting enough money. Buildings need to be maintained and mortgages need to be paid and bills need to be paid and let me see. They could have a wraparound services included to find more permanent housing. Okay. which I believe the lady said that was a part of the plan. Jerica says, I myself have removed children because the family was homeless. It's a thing. It really is. Shahira said, I said abandoned churches or abandoned buildings not being used for anything currently. But who's gonna just. I think that stuff sounds simple, right? But, okay, first, let's just assume that this abandoned building is like completely up to code, right? Because we know a lot of abandoned buildings, when they're abandoned, they fall into a state of disrepair. But we're just gonna assume that these abandoned buildings are, completely up to code, wonderful, beautiful buildings. Again, utilities and stuff still had to be paid, and there's still liability. Like somebody brought up the abandoned Job Corps building. Job Corps now has a liability there because if people come in and something happened, you suing Job Corps. You definitely suing Job Corps. Somebody got to pay for it. Somebody got to set it all up. I mean, look, I get it. I think the parking lot idea is an idea. But an abandoned building, that's also an idea. It's got to be funded. And then, you have liability issues. It's got to be insured. Twin says, I go to small church. We bless the community heavy. In what way? I'm not saying you don't, but you're saying that to say what? So your small church is going to take in all of the homeless people from Cincinnati Public Schools? I don't understand what the point of you saying that was. Regina says, thanks, E. So true. You've seen my church, and some folk think because it's a bigger church, you have a lot of money. Yeah, and that's not always, that is definitely not. But people do think that. Like that, look at that building. They bringing in millions of dollars. Like, they getting by. Shahira saying, of course, but everything that people are doing for the empty lots, do for the building. Not saying it's simple, but it'd be more secure than an empty lot. And it would probably cost a lot more money. And that would be ongoing. Because the empty lot, yeah, you got to put up the fence and you got to, bring in porta potties or whatever, and maybe pay security, maybe some lights. You don't have lighting bills. Your regular run of the mill. You don't have heating bills or air conditioning bills. You don't have maintenance and upkeep of an entire building. I mean, I understand if we could end homelessness, that would be great. But it's an idea. I'm not crazy about the idea, but I'm not mad about them for trying. Ron.
Man, I don't see why they making this situation so difficult. How you doing, Emanuel?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good. Man, now, They've been bragging about this $56 million that we got from the railroad. Uh, Don is sitting right there empty, right next to the police station. Plenty of parking for anybody that have cars to go in. They have plumbing. They have kitchens. I mean, it just isn't that difficult. If you didn't do anything but get, you know, uh, 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 60 students in there, you'll have 60 students in there, and you could get provide those wraparound services. The Bethany House is getting them in and getting them out. Yeah, I know some people that work in Bethany House. They getting them in and getting those people out into permanent housing. And it doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, the building is abandoned. Basically, we have everything in there. You can put some tops in there, and quite frankly, it builds camaraderie. And a bunch of those students, quite frankly, are Don students that are homeless. I mean, it's just it's not as easy a fix as I'm making it sound to be. I know it's more difficult than that, but that's a place that we can start. And they have that $56 million. It ain't hard to convert facilities, in that facility, to get comfortable. I mean, it's just an excuse at this point. And that parking lot shit is just cringeworthy. Cringeworthy. But that's all I got, man.
All right. Hey, I
Right.
appreciate your call. All right. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It is cringeworthy, but again, it's something. It's something. It's something. Y'all, I gotta get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Definitely gotta go get either go. 'Cause she don't. I was about to complain about the little baby. I'm not gonna complain about the little baby. Um, but I gotta force her to eat. I gotta force her to eat. Cause she not getting ramen noodles. She's not. And then she'd be like, well, I just don't want to eat anything. I'd be like, nah, you're gonna eat something. I let her get away with it. What was that, Friday? Thursday? She spent the night and I let her get away. You gonna eat. No, I don't want to eat. And I'd be remembering me as a kid. And I'd be like, if I wasn't gonna eat, it wasn't nothing you was gonna say or do to make me eat. Mom could have beat me till I was raw. I would have just been raw and hungry. Cause I was not gonna eat. For me it was oatmeal. There was nothing that she could have done to make me eat oatmeal. So I'm like, you gonna eat? And she like, So she decided to go to bed without eating. It's like, oh, I felt bad about it, but Jerica talk about why can't she get ramen noodles? Cause she need to eat some food, vegetables every so often. She need to eat some food, some meat here and there. Fix a fun, healthy kids meal. She don't. She only want to eat ramen noodles. That's not a fun, healthy kids meal. Alethea talk about I love oatmeal. What's wrong with you? I believe you love oatmeal. You seem like an oatmeal type of person. You come off to me as an oatmeal eater. What are you trying to get her to eat? Anything now but ramen noodles. I mean, I had made some food, some grilled some chicken and, uh, uh, had a nice little pasta dish and um, a little vegetable medley, a little garlic sauce or whatever. And I didn't give her very many vegetables. She didn't want the chicken. She didn't want the pasta. She didn't want the vegetables. Brent say, hook them ramen noodles up with some broccoli and carrots or some meat and just give her a bowl of Cincinnati chili. She would not eat them. She would not eat it if there is anything in it other than ramen noodles. Put a little something in there. Then vegetables. I don't want that. What? It's ramen noodles, not cookies. Give her a side salad. She won't eat it. What part of this don't y'all understand? Ramen noodles and shrimp. Hood delicacy. She won't eat the shrimp. She would just eat the ramen noodles. Mix some broccoli and diced baked chicken in. She won't. Why don't y'all understand this? Look, trust me, she won't eat it. She won't eat it. If it's any vegetable, she not gonna eat it. If it's any meat, she not gonna eat it. Oh, a nice side salad. I'm not eating that side salad. She'll eat the noodles. That's it. If I put some nice vegetables in the ramen noodles, she not gonna eat none of it. She not even I'm gonna pick out the vegetables person. It's got vegetables in it. I'm not eating it. Does she like Flaming Hots? She does not. She does not. Don't let that baby go to bed hungry. Then that baby need to eat. Maybe she don't like your cooking. No, she don't like nothing. Take her out and let her select. Oh, I know exactly what she'll say. I want to go to McDonald's and I want the Happy Meal, but I want extra fries because she don't want the apples. I want extra fries and the chicken nuggets and the high C fruit punch. I know exactly what, if she's given a choice, that's exactly what she gonna say. Does she eat when she's with her mom? She is forced to eat when she is with her mom, yes. And when I tell you she is forced to eat, they have to force that little, when she with her mama, when she with her daddy, when she had her grandma, and they have to force her to eat. Yes. Does she like hot dogs? No. No. Make eating fun. Have her prepare the food. She not I don't understand why y'all don't understand this. She's complicated in this way. In most other ways, she's the easiest, most, get along. We make everything work and everything happen. In this particular arena, ramen noodles. Or she want to go to McDonald's. And she just started eating chicken nuggets. For real.
You see, I didn't block my number today.
I did see that. She just started eating chicken nuggets and fries. She would not eat chicken nuggets and she would not eat fries a good 6 months ago. She just started eating chicken nuggets and fries. She's difficult. Alethea?
I think you're a lazy grandfather. I think you want her to eat what you want her when you want her to eat. Make it fun. Make it fun. Create a meal for her. Let her help prepare it. I see the kids on YouTube and stuff doing that now.
Okay. And
But you
what
should do that.
and what
Like
will that
pancakes?
meal be?
I mean, just something small, like a little pancake, and put
She
it
don't
like
eat
the little
pancakes.
design.
She don't eat pancakes.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're not making it fun. You have
It
to
don't
make it fun.
matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. Well, just be creative. That's all I'm saying. And stop being lazy and just fixing it without her, then sitting her to the table, eat your food.
It don't.
You know, have fun with her.
No, it don't matter. She would definitely help me fix some food, and then she won't eat it.
Oh my goodness.
I have a
Oh my
ball.
goodness.
Me and that little baby have a ball together every time she is here. We have a ball doing whatever, but she ain't gonna
Does
eat.
she like more vegetables?
She does not. That's what I'm telling you. She refuses to eat vegetables.
And she don't like meat at times as well?
She does not like. She just started eating chicken nuggets. Like, what kid
Well,
don't
if she
like
don't
chicken
eat,
nuggets?
just make her a protein, like a milkshake or something.
She
Make her
ain't-
one of those. Don't
she
send her.
ain't
Don't
eating
send her
no
to bed
damn
hungry. You're
protein
negligent.
shake.
You're negligent. So don't do that.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Just give her a protein shake or something
okay. Yeah, I'm
before
gonna
she
do
go to
that.
bed.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Protein shake. Protein shake for dinner. Oh, y'all don't know. Mary says she will eat if she get hungry. You know, I used to say that too, but here's what she'll eat if she get hungry. Just like she comes down here, she is, I don't want to say she weird because she not weird, but what she chooses to like to eat, she will come down here and say, y'all done heard her, grandfather, can I have some crackers? That'll be it. That'll be what she'll eat. When you say she'll eat if she get hungry, then she'll be like, grandfather, I'm really hungry. Can I have a piece of toast? No, eat some food. She won't eat it. She'll just be hungry. But if you give her some crackers or a piece of toast, then she'll eat that or some ramen noodles, and that'll be it. She is difficult. She is difficult. Cheese toast? No, just regular toast. Put some cheese on her toast. She ain't eating that. She will not eat it. She won't eat it. We know she like Pop-Tarts. Yeah, of course she like Pop-Tarts, but she not eating Pop-Tarts for dinner. Janice says we had to eat at least 2 or 3 spoonfuls of what we didn't like. Same here. Except for, again, I know me. That's why I be trying to be flexible. Because I know I was not going to eat no oatmeal. I was not going to do it. There's not enough whoopings in the world to make me do it. Was not going to do it. Lamont Jones says cheese and peanut butter crackers are good, and she won't eat it. Plain saltines, plain oyster crackers. Jacqueline says she'll grow out of it. Yeah, she will. Like she just grew out of, again, if I have to, I'll go to McDonald's and get her a Happy Meal with chicken nuggets and extra fries and but she gonna frustrate me. She gonna frustrate me. I'm telling y'all, I know what's about to happen. So I know what I'm about to have to go deal with. Once we, and we don't argue about it. She's very calm about it. She's very calm about it. Noodles. Little baby, what you want? Noodles. You're not eating no noodles. Why can't I eat noodles? You're not eating no noodles. Here's some food. I don't like that, grandfather. You didn't even taste it. It's got vegetables. Okay, just eat the rest of it. That chicken don't look like I like it. You didn't taste it. Eat the pasta. I don't like pasta. What do you mean you don't like pasta? I think I'm making this stuff up. She don't like fruit. Hey, can you send little baby down here? Or is she asleep? No. If she sleep, that's fine. I'll come up. I'll wake her up. She got to eat. All right. No. Okay, she's asleep. She done fell asleep. Taking a nap. Gotta love naps. But no, I'm going to wake her up and ask her what she want to eat and tell y'all what she going to say. I think we going to end up at McDonald's, but I don't want to. I want her to eat some good food, but I ain't trying to whoop her or, nothing like that. I don't do that for no eating food. I've actually never given a little baby a whooping. But I'm not going to do that for, ooh, eat this. Ooh, if you don't eat that, But I just knew when I was like, okay, you either eat that or you don't eat. I just knew she was going to be like, how many bites I got to eat? Because she used to do that. How many bites I got to eat? And I'd be like, 3. And she don't do that now. Yes, she is a really picky eater. Mary says, don't ask her, feed her. And then she will end up not eating and she'll go to bed hungry again. Yeah, we gonna figure it out. Mary says, you weak, E. Hey, she is my granddaughter and she is not here every day. So, I let her mom and them have that fight. I just tried to have it the last time. Twins say, McDonald's her to death. No, we very rarely ever go to McDonald's. Believe it or not, as crazy as it sounds, that's how I know what she eats at McDonald's is because we don't go. she always talking about she just want McDonald's, and the answer is almost always no. But I know what her order is because she always say that's what she want. So no, I haven't McDonald's her to death. But all right, then say you need a cookbook. What is a cookbook gonna do? It's not ramen noodles. What part of this don't you understand? LaDonna say, my grandkids eat everything. Oh, I wish that was my issue here. Life would be so much easier. This is almost the only place I can think of where we have any contention. When it comes time to what are you gonna eat? It's the only time we have any sort of friction at all. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go have this fight. But I got a feeling I know where it's going to end up. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. It's cold out here. Stay warm. I know everybody got their heat on. And it is what it is. Do your best to stay warm. And as always, be the reason that somebody smiles. Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.